Hey everybody, welcome back to Weekly Picks. Ethan and Angelo with a special guest, William Gerber here, going to join us this week and the rest of the season with his picks. All right, we're going to jump right into it. We're not going to keep you here too long. Week 2 picks, Game 1, Thursday Night Football. We got a good one. The Los Angeles Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs because, well, Patrick Mahomes, AFC Player of the Week, 5 touchdown passes. I think they're going to continue dominating, especially this early in the season when everybody's still getting their feet under them. Mm-hmm. Ethan, who are you taking in this one?
I definitely with you. I think I'm going to take the Chiefs. You know, Patrick Mahomes, really good. I think I'm going with the Chiefs too.
All right, Ethan and me with the Chiefs. Will, who are you taking?
I also like the Chiefs in this one. I think it'll be a high-scoring affair, but I think the Chiefs come out on top.
Awesome. 3 Chiefs, unanimous choice there. Okay, Game 1 of the Sunday slate. We got the Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens in this one, home opener. Lamar out to prove that last year, Miami, that was a fluke. They talked today in the press conferences. They said, it's zero coverage and stuff that ain't gonna fly this time. So I'm taking the Ravens. Ethan, who you taking?
I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins. And it hurts inside, but I need to win. So.
Okay, well, they did it last year. Maybe they can do it this year. They're riding off a big win against the Patriots. So 2 1-0 teams, early AFC matchup, just like that Chargers-Chiefs game. Will, who you taking?
I like the Ravens here in this one. I'll give you a couple of reasons why. So first of all, we're battling for Mo. Mo's still in the end zone. We can't let the Ravens get off to another slow start like we did last week against the Jets. So I think the offense will come out hot. And 2 more reasons. I think we get Edgar and Allen back. So we're fighting for the bird.
That's right. That's right. We should probably get an announcement of that soon, right? You would think. I mean, with week 1 in the books now. So nobody asked Lamar Jackson about that today. It was all contract still, and he respectfully declined to answer those questions. Brought popcorn to the press conference, though. All right, so we got 1 Miami pick for Ethan and 2 Raven picks for me and Will. All right, Game 2 of the Sunday slate. We got the New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. They got a what do they got? They got like a little elf gnome guy on the 50-yard line. Will, you should see about this. What is that? What's this guy about?
Yeah, elf. I don't like it, but if it's any other team, I'm not picking the Browns here. But it's the Jets. I have to take the Browns on this one. I don't like it because of the elf. And any other time they're at home this season, probably picking them against them until they change the elf.
Yeah, well, you know what? I agree with you. The Jets are the Jets, and they definitely jet it last week. And I don't see them, even if Zach Wilson plays next week, I mean, it's still his first game, and he's still got to get his, legs under him. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna take the Cleveland Browns too at home, trying to go 2-0 for the first time in a long time. And yeah, I think I mentioned this in the last video. The Browns, they figured it out. Jacoby doesn't have to throw for a lot. They got Nick Chubb. I mean, you just run the ball, play some good defense, and you got a rookie kicker that can kick 50-yard field goals, So
58-yard nukes.
There you go. Ethan, who you taking this one?
So, first of all, put a picture of that elf thing on the screen. Second of all, I'm picking the Browns. They got Nick Chubb, like you said. They got Nick Chubb, yes. And also, I would love to see that gnome.
This is Brown the Elf right here.
Oh my!
Yeah, but that's not the image they put on the field. The image they put on the field is terrible.
Oh yeah, I mean they put this guy. Would you just look at it? They're proud of it. Look at them. Look how proud they are of this thing.
Look at those fingies. The fingers on the right hand are not the same as the fingers on the left hand.
Yeah, they're like pointy, and then these are like normal. Oh my gosh!
And
I don't know enough about elves' fingers to dispute this. So I don't know.
I like it. it.
See, there you go. We found the audience. 8-year-olds.
Mickey Mouse.
I like it.
Cleveland's appealing to the 8-year-olds.
Yeah. Just like that terrible organization.
Oh my gosh! All right. Okay. Enough about Cleveland. Game 3 of the Sunday slate.
Too much time on Cleveland.
Yeah, we spent way too much time on Cleveland. That's more than Deshaun Watson spent on Cleveland this year. Too soon. Game 3 of the Sunday slate. We got the Washington Commanders at the Detroit Lions. I'm taking the Detroit Lions in this game. They scored a lot of points against the Eagles, and I think they're going to be able to score a lot of points against the Commanders. Ethan, who are you taking in this one?
So last week we went against the Commanders, and they dominated basically. At the end, the Jaguars came back, but they dominated. So Commanders, I'm gonna take them.
Commanders. Dominate, win by a field goal.
Not a new Carson Wentz, so.
What was it? It was 19-10? I don't even remember. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it was a domination.
It was,
all right, so you got the Commanders. Okay.
It was 21-26. No, 28.
Will, who are you taking this one?
I'll take the Commanders in this one. I'm not confident about this, but I think Carson Wentz does just enough to get by the Lions. I think the Lions are probably due though, but I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Carson give, Carson take away. You know, and I don't know, man. I would not want him to be my quarterback. I'll tell you that much. Game 4 of the Sunday slate, we got ourselves the Indianapolis Colts, the 0-1 Colts versus the 0-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. Will, who are you taking in this one?
Oh, man, that tie is disgusting to look at in week 1, but I'll take the Colts on this. I think, they in the offseason, they thought they were a quarterback away from the Super Bowl. They went out and got Matt Ryan, a little bit of growing pains last week. I don't think there's any way they lose this game, and if they do, they'll be held to pay.
All right. Ethan, who are you taking in this one?
Definitely the Colts. I mean, they got Matt Ryan like he said, so. But the Colts, it just looks weird looking at their scores. 0-0-1. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I'm going to take Indy on this one. They're going to get the first win of the AFC South, and yeah, there you go. They're going to turn it around, I think, on this week. Just like Will said, if they don't, they're going to have to really look in and figure out what's going on. Jonathan Taylor is going to go off. Mm-hmm. All right. And God forbid it comes down to a field goal. That new kicker, he's going to feel a little nervous, I think. All right. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Who you got, Will?
I'll take the Saints in this one. This is another one of those games that I don't necessarily like, but Tom Brady has struggled against the Saints since he's been on the Bucs, and I'll take the Saints.
Ethan, who you taking in this one, Tampa Bay or New Orleans?
I'm definitely not with Will. I'm definitely with the Buccaneers, Tom Brady. They did really good against Dallas and broke Dak's hand, but I think they're doing good. So,
I think Dak broke his own hand. He put the follow through. I think he did it, but I'm sure Tampa Bay didn't help it. I'm taking Tampa Bay in this one. Leonard Fournette was running with a purpose last week. The guy looks like he could knock over anybody. He knocked Michael Parsons right on his back. If you're a linebacker and Leonard Fournette's coming at you, just turn around or just fall over. All right, because Leonard Fournette is gonna break 100 yards easy this week. So I got the Bucs.
All right.
Next game on the list.
I don't think you can overlook the home field advantage there either, too. So that's why I'm on the Saints.
Oh yeah, well, the home field advantage is true. That's true.
Yeah,
that is true. A lot of people, you know what? There are a lot of people, they travel to New Orleans for those games. So I expect there to be especially Tampa Bay. It's so close, division game. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be loud, but I don't think it's going to be as loud as people might think it might be. It definitely ain't no 12th man in Seattle. Next game on the list: Carolina Panthers, New York Football Giants. Ethan, who are you taking in this one?
So, the Giants is who I'm taking. We had an upset last week. Right. We all thought Tennessee was working not Tyreek Hill. Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, they were together. I really thought they would win. But the Giants beat them. So I think the Giants are going to get those Panthers,
Okay, Will, who are you taking this one?
I agree. I think the Giants had an impressive showing last week, but I'm on the Panthers this week because I don't want to see Giants 2-0 record there. That just doesn't sit right with me.
A little weird, right? It's a little weird. the Manning brothers do the ESPN2 Monday Night Football cast, right?
Yep.
There's a little bit of a curse with the player that comes on, and the week after they lose their game. Well, you know who this week's guest was?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, I know who it was.
New York Giant running back Saquon Barkley.
Oh,
so I'm still taking the New York Giants. I don't like curses. I don't believe in curses. All right, but that's just something to think about. So I got the Giants. They definitely have some. They got something right now. This new coach is very aggressive. They went for 2 earlier in the game. Saquon missed it. He went back to him at the end to win the game, and they did it. How many times we see the Ravens try to win the game for 2-point conversions last year, and it didn't work out. Like this team is doing it now in week 1, and it's working. So let's ride the wave a little bit. G-Men, I got the G-Men on that.
Yeah, I mean that finishes up my round of 3 picks that I'm not really comfortable in, which is the Commanders, the Saints, and the Panthers here. But you guys can either gain some ground or I'll
go on
keep
a hole.
going.
All right, we'll see. Okay. The next game on the screen is the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, a game that 10 years ago would have been, the 4 o'clock slate. Now it's in the 1 o'clock spot. Ethan, who are you taking in this one?
So Patriots didn't do good last week, but I think the Steelers are going to take it in, If they can beat the Bengals, they can beat those darn Patriots.
I hear you. I'm taking Pittsburgh too, in spite of no TJ Watt. Did Najee Harris get hurt? He's a little banged up.
I think he's good. I think he's good.
He'll play, but he's still a little hurt though, right?
No, I think he's good.
Good, 100%. Okay. I know your boy, Minka. He's pretty good too. So
who?
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh in this one. Will, who you taking?
Yeah, I'll take Pittsburgh as well. I think Minka Fitzpatrick can lead that defense, and not really too scared of Mac Jones with some sort of back injury there. Yeah. And I think Mitch Trubisky can handle the game. And if Tomlin has to walk on the field and stop a kick return, I think he will.
I agree. He's done it before, definitely. Yeah, back spasms for a quarterback in week 1 after a bad performance. It's usually a common go-to. Like tripping
Sounds
in
like
the ball. Tripping in the parking lot. For the pitcher. In the beginning of the game. Next game on our list: the Atlanta Falcons versus the Los Angeles Rams. Both teams looking for their first win. Who's going to get it? Will.
I'll take the Rams. I think they bounce back.
All right. Short and sweet. Ethan, who you taking?
Rams.
Short and sweet. Rams. All right. I'm taking the Rams too. So there you go. Another 3 pick for the Rams on that one. All right. Next game on the list: Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're like for real, but Geno Smith looked awesome. I mean, that guy, never doubted him. Well, I never doubted him. I knew what he had 10 years ago, man. All right, so I'm taking Seattle in this one. Ethan, who you taking?
I'm taking Seattle. I agree with you, Angelo. Yeah. Geno Smith, man. Geno Smith, he's good. I think he's going to be the next Russell Wilson for Seattle.
There you go. The next Russell Wilson, man. Put it up there now.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right, Will, you agree?
No, I like the 49ers in this one. I think if they don't get a win, they're going to have to start answering some questions real soon at the quarterback position, which is way earlier than they wanted to start answering them. And I don't think the Seattle Seahawks can get would they have 3 stops on the goal line last week? Yep. I don't know if that's going to happen again all season for them. So I'll take the 49ers.
I mentioned that to Ethan watching the game. I said, I've never seen so many like right at the first down line stops, right at the goal line stops. I mean, it was that had to be a nightmare for Russell. All about running at the goal line, right? He tried it 3 times and they couldn't do it. Pete Carroll was definitely exercising some demons in that game.
Yep.
All right, next game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Dallas Cowboys. Both teams looking for their first wins. 2 teams going the wrong direction week 1. Who gets back on the right track in week 2? Will.
Bengals. I don't think Joe Burrow will play. I don't think he'll throw 4 interceptions again. And the Cowboys have a big downside at quarterback this week. I'll take the Bengals.
I agree. I'm taking the Bengals in this one. A lot of visiting quarterbacks have really awesome games at that stadium. Jerry Jones probably doesn't like that, but it's true. Peyton Manning, Tony Romo, that duel they had. I mean, that was like Peyton Manning was amazing in that game. I know Tom Brady probably, he didn't have his best performance last week, but I have a feeling Joe Burrow is going to go off in that dome, and he's going to have a really awesome game. Him and his receiver there, Jamar Chase. Ethan, who you taking?
So, I have a question and a pick. Who is the Cowboys quarterback?
Cooper Rush.
Who is it?
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, bro.
Is he good?
Cooper Rush, bro.
If he was good, he'd probably be a starter somewhere.
Cooper Rush. He played a little bit last year because Dak was hurt a little bit last year too, wasn't he?
So did Andy Dalton.
Yeah, well.
So, I'm going back to the picks. Bengals is who I'm picking. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again this week.
All right, that's Will with Cincinnati, Ethan with Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati, so 3 for the Bengals. Next game, Houston Texans, 0-1, tied the Colts last week versus the Denver Broncos, 0-1. Who gets their first win? Ethan.
So, Denver Broncos gonna beat up those Texans with Russell Wilson, boy.
Sounds good. Will, who you got?
Yeah, I think it's time for the Broncos to ride, and I'll ride them too. Give me Broncos.
That's a good one.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm taking Denver too in this one. That's another 3 picks for a team right there. So 3 picks for Denver. All right. Yeah, we're on the same page here, it seems like, for a couple picks. All right. Next game, Arizona Cardinals versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow, nice slate of 0-1 teams looking to get their first win. I'm taking the Las Vegas Raiders in this one. Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, they came pretty close last week. I think they're going to tweak some things this week, and they're going to show off in Vegas, and I get the win. Will, you agree with that?
I agree. The Raiders here. I don't think Derek Carr throws another 3 interceptions. The Cardinals defense, I don't think is as good as the Chargers defense. I think the Raiders get the win.
Awesome. Ethan, real quick, you got?
So I think I got the Raiders here. Last week, Kyler Murray, he didn't do too well, I'd say. But I really do like him. But Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, good combination, just like Aaron Rodgers and him. So Raiders are going to win.
Oh, here you go. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, the last game here on Sunday Night Football, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. That's not a typo. Bears are 1-0. Packers are 0-1. I called it. I knew the Packers were going to lose week 1. I mean, they've done it how many years in a row now? They just treat week 1 like a preseason game at this point. So I think they bounce back though. I think Aaron gets the ship straight, and they run the ball more. I think they're going to run the ball, and I think they're going to control the clock a little better. And Aaron's not going to have to throw too much, and they're going to control the game from beginning to end. And I think the Packers take it. Will, who you got?
I like the Packers here in this one too. Again, just kind of going back to my New York Giants picks. I don't believe that the Bears will be 2-0 at the end of this game, just like I don't believe the Giants will be 2-0 at the end of the game.
There you go. Ethan, real quick, who you got?
Well, I believe the Bears are going to go 2-0. Bears, come on. I don't like to go against my favorite NFC team, but Bears, let's go.
Aaron owns the Bears. Aaron owns the Bears.
Right.
He himself.
He owns. He told the people. They're gonna name the new stadium Roger Stadium. Like, that's how much he owns it.
Oh, speaking of naming stadiums, just to go back to my Steelers pick, the Steelers can't lose in Acrisure their first game there. There's no way.
I'm assured that they won't either. I agree. I think they're gonna win it.
Can I say something now?
Real quick too, like Chicago. I like Chicago this year. I mean, this is a tough pick, but I just don't see the Packers, like you said. You don't see the Bears going 2-0. I don't see the Packers going 0-2.
Yeah.
So, remember what you said last week, Angelo? Aaron Rodgers going to be screaming on the sideline?
Yep.
Well, he's doing it again.
There you
He's
go.
screaming on the sideline again.
Here you go. I mean, that's the guy who said Jalen Hurts is the next Lamar Jackson, and guess what?
Mm-hmm.
He was wrong. So, next pick is the Tennessee Titans. This is weird. So they didn't do the 2 Monday night games week 1.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
And now they're doing it week 2. I guess Russell's comeback was that big, big of a deal. So they just want eyes on that. But then they're doing it weird. Like usually it's like a 7:30 and then a 10:30. It's 7:15. And then
they did this last year or the year before COVID. They did it. Yeah.
They've done this before? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. First Monday night game starts at 7:15. It's going to be the Tennessee Titans versus the Buffalo Bills. Tennessee looking for their first win. The Bills looking to keep circling the wagons. I'm taking Buffalo. Will, who you got?
Yeah, I'd take Buffalo too. I think the Titans will put up a good fight, so it kind of makes me nervous that they lost a heartbreaker week 1, but the Bills are just unbelievable, so I'll take
Kickers,
Bills.
man. Kickers only won 3 games. Unbelievable. Ethan, who you got?
Very hard decision. But I think the Bills are going to win. But I'm not saying they're going to win by a touchdown. I'm saying the Kickers are going to get a point.
He's calling it. He's putting it down. The Kicker's going to win the game.
Put my foot down.
On this one. Putting his foot down with the Kickers. All right. Kickers are people too. For the Braun. The next one that starts at 8:30 is the Minnesota Vikings 1-0 versus the Philadelphia Eagles 1-0. Wow. NFC matchup of the year right here. Who's going 2-0? Will?
Yeah, I think this will be a good game. I'll take the Vikings here. I'm pretty sad. I definitely won't be awake to see the end of it, so I guess I'll find out on Tuesday morning.
I'm not going to know who to watch, and it's going to be weird to be an hour later now. We'll see what happens. I'm taking Minnesota too, though. I like Minnesota this year. Like, they're one of those teams that have been trying so hard to just prove everyone that they can do it, and I think this is the year they kind of put some stuff together, and they become one of those teams in the NFC that people are going to have to watch out for this year. So I got Minnesota too. Ethan, who you taking? Last one.
I think I'm taking the next Lamar Jackson again. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia.
I'm making a challenge for him. If he watches this video, I want him to get 100 rushing yards.
There you go, Jalen.
Don't at me, bro.
Jalen, you heard it here first. The next Lamar Jackson, get over 100 rushing yards. Now, any touchdowns?
He doesn't have to, but if he wants to, he can.
If he wants to get a touchdown.
Probably wants to.
There you go. Picks are locked. Can't change it now. Tune in next week for the reactions. Angelo, that's Will. That's Ethan. See you next week.
See you guys.
See ya.
Stop.
Not yet.
Hello?
I
I think it's over.
What's his name?
Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette. Leonard. Let me write that. Leonard Fournette. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Will. I'm going to take the. No, I don't agree with you. All right. So I'm going to have Will's thing, and then I'm going to go to Ethan. I'm going to say my thing in third. Okay.